Namaste. Welcome along to another cooking class at ASMY. Today I'm going to share a very special recipe with you. I do this a lot and people rave about it, and it is a total and utter cheat. So I call it my cheats curry, and I used to make it a lot at home, especially when I was in a rush. It's quite like a gourmet curry. You wouldn't know it was cheating. So here we go. I'm going to put my glasses on because I am blind as a bat these days. Probably the worst part about this recipe is cutting up a pumpkin, but you don't have to use pumpkin. My favorite combination is pumpkin and spinach and tofu, but you can just play around with whatever combination you like. So however far up the pot you fill your veggies, say, you know, if you've got a big family, maybe a whole pot, you're almost to the top. So about 2/3 of liquid. And our liquid is coconut cream. That is it, nothing else. And we're going to be putting some Sharwood's Korma paste. Now I actually prefer the Sharwood's, but there's plenty of other brands on the market. You might have a favorite. We're going to use some baby spinach, just straight out of the bag. And I have fried some tofu up, just shallow fried it. You could dry fry it, you could air dry it. You could use a can of chickpeas instead. You could use any of the mock meats around these days. You could buy the tofu puffs, they're very nice as well, or the fried tofu, it's already pre-fried. So that'll save you one more step. So I'm going to cut this up now. Okay, so we've got our chopped pumpkin. I've got nice big chunky pieces of pumpkin. I like it chunky, but you'll find that most of the pumpkin will break down anyway, makes it thick and creamy. Another combination is potato, broccoli and cauliflower. You can just throw whatever vegetables in, they all work. But potato is really good. You sort of need something that's going to make it creamy. So I'm going to throw these into the pot now. And I'm going to add some coconut cream. So around about 2/3 of the height of the veggies in. So that's around about 1 can. Just going to give that a little bit of a stir. Okay, we're going to add our korma curry paste now. So it depends on your taste. It depends how hot you like it. So the more of this you use, the hotter it's going to get. I tend to like something a little bit mild. So I would put probably I'm going to put 1 spoonful in. That's probably going to be enough for me. But if you like it hot, probably go for 2. And I'm also going to add some masala stock powder. I actually have some powder in the cupboard here. I would normally put a stock cube in there. Masala is a vegan product. There is, they have a beef style, they have a chicken style, and they have a vegetable. So I'm going to add a heaped teaspoon to this. So give that a little stir to incorporate the curry paste and the stock powder. I just find the stock powder gives it some body, but I have made it a number of times without it as well, especially if I don't have it in the cupboard. You just need a little bit more salt. Okay, so we're just going to wait until this comes to the boil. I'm going to turn it down and simmer it until the pumpkin gets nice and soft. And then I'm going to add the spinach just at the end. It only has to wilt. You don't need to cook the spinach too much, otherwise it tends to lose its nice green colour. So we're just going to stir that through at the end. And I've also fried up the tofu already, and cubes of tofu. So we're just going to watch now as this curry cooks down. So you just need to stir it occasionally, just so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And if you want it to cook a little bit quicker, you can put the lid on, but I would not cover it completely or you'll find it'll boil over because it's some milk. So you can just partially cover it. But I just leave it off. I just make sure that the vegetables are completely covered. So I think I've put a bit more liquid in than I told you to. This is probably covering the vegetables all together. And there's no hard and fast rules with this recipe. If you like your curries runnier, then put more coconut cream in. If you like them drier, then put less. You could probably put half the amount of coconut cream to the amount of vegetables. Okay, so you can see that that pumpkin is pretty much cooked all the way through. It's nice and soft now, and it's breaking down really well. So I think now it's time to add the other ingredients. We'll add the spinach first. Depends how much spinach you like. I like a lot. I think it's a good opportunity to get some greens into your diet. So I've put about 3 big handfuls, maybe a half of these large packs, the 280 gram packs of spinach, baby spinach. Just stir it through. You just want to wilt the spinach. You don't want to overcook it. And we're going to add the tofu. I've used a whole block here, a whole block, 450 gram block of tofu. I love tofu. And I'm going to just try that now and add maybe a little bit of salt. I actually don't think it needs salt. I think it's fine the way it is. So I'm going to turn that off now. And there you have pumpkin tofu spinach korma curry. How good does that look? And how easy was it? It took about 20 minutes to cook the pumpkin down. And this will probably serve 2 to 4 depending on how big a portion you like to eat. So 2 to 4, if you've got kids, probably 4. But if you've got teenagers in the family, maybe 1. Teenage boys, probably this pot will do 1. But it's nice served with rice, or you can serve it with chapatis or some Indian breads. So here we have our beautiful curry. Just going to spoon them into some bowls. And there you have 2 very large helpings. And you could top with some coriander, that would be nice. I forgot to get some. So I'm just going to top with a few spinach leaves for garnish. And there you have 2 nice big bowls of tasty curry. Nice and healthy, and delicious.